What's up, guys? This is Ian here, coach of your Ladner Lanturn, bringing you guys our quarterfinal playoff match for the UPBA Season 1. This week we are taking on Csaxcr and the Tacoma Tapus. So let's run through the team that he could have brought. He has Csaxcr, which is a Z user, Breloom, Gigalith, Galvantula, Swellow, Linoon, Tapu Fini, which is a Z user, Cresselia, Moltres, which is his Super Saiyan Z user, Muck, and Mega Garchomp. In our week 2 face-off, he ended up bringing Excadrill, Breloom, Gigalith, Galvantula, Tapu Fini, and Cresselia. I was expecting the same team to come, and he ended up switching it up. He did not bring Galvantula or Tapu Fini. Obviously, I did not bring the Mega Absol, so that helped a little bit as well. Cresselia is a threat. That thing swept me the last time we played. Excadrill is notably the only Mon that can use a Z move that he brought. Breloom is still threatening. I don't really have a good Spore switch in. Gigalith is a Sand Setter for Excadrill, obviously, and Mega Garchomp I'm not sure what to think about. I don't know if it's a great wall breaker against my team, because most of my team kind of just outspeeds it and kills it. If you haven't seen my team builder, you should check that out, but if you don't want to do that, then we'll quickly run through what my team is. I'm bringing a physically defensive Suicune, which is really important to be able to roar the Cresselia out so he can't set up on me. I'm bringing a specially defensive Crobat with just U-Turn, Defog, Toxic, and Roost. We're bringing a Normal Gem Explosion, Registeel, it's specially defensive as well. We're bringing Scarf and Fernape, Life Orb, Sandveil, Heliolisk for his Sand, and Life Orb, pretty standard Mimikyu. So I'm going to lead with the Crobat because I believe it gives me the best potential lead option against his team, as he's going to lead with the Swellow. Now this is really bad, but yeah, because I have no switch-ins to this. Well, I do actually have a switch-in. Registeel's my switch into this. I was like, oh, I'll go Mimikyu, and then I'm like, oh, wait. Special Swellow usually runs Scrappy. So, Mimikyu's not a switch. But I'm going to Toxic this thing. That's my play turn 1, is to Toxic this thing. I know I can take a Boom Burst because we're Spit F. So that's my play. Take a lot of damage. We're never going to miss Toxic with Crobat because we're Poison type. Getting that Toxic off is really huge, and now I can pivot into my Registeel to take the next Boom Burst, as he actually goes Gigalith, which is decent for me, because now I can get up my rocks on this thing. He's actually going to go into Garchomp, and now he's going to have a Sand Force when he Mega Evolves. So I'm going to switch into Crobat, predicting him to Earthquake me, and he actually goes for the Earth Power. So we see he's special, and I made a good read and switched into the Crobat on the Earth Power. I think a Dragon type move maybe was better there, but he wanted to hit what was in front of him. So Crobat can get a Roost off on this thing, on his switch or whatever, so that's what I'm going to go for, is a Roost, I believe. As he protects, yeah, so I make the good play and I Roost on his protect. I guess he was trying to stop me from U-turning or something like that. Now he's going to Draco, just pitiful damage. I think I go for, yeah, now I go for a U-turn and I can go to my Mimikyu and set up on this thing. He can break my disguise all he wants. Mimikyu does a lot of wall breaking work this week to help Fernape clean up later. So I'm going to SD as he goes for the Earth Power to break my disguise. A regular player of would have killed him, but I needed the SD to do more to the rest of his team. So now I'm going to go for the player of hopefully not miss, and we do connect and we kill the Mega Garchomp. Next victim is the Gigalith. Player up is going to do quite a bit of damage to this. Earthquake's not going to do that much to me. He actually ends up going for Rock Slide. Yeah, he goes for the Rock Slide and he hits it. It's not that much damage in reality, just half. And now I don't have to risk anything and I can go for the Shadow Claw. Swellow now threatens me out, so I have to switch because the Swellow threatens me. So I'm going to go into my Registeel, pivot back into this. We eat a Boom Burst for days. You see that does 24. Obviously we don't have leftovers. I don't know what he thinks we are, but yeah, that's the plan. I Rock Slide. Pitiful damage. Excuse me. Very pitiful damage to the Excadrill. Earthquake was the play there. I thought that he might like switch, stay in, predicting me to switch or something like that, but Earthquake was the play. He does have two things floating, so I thought that Rock Slide was the best play to get Cresselia with. Now I have to switch because Excadrill kills me, but I'm going to go into Suicune, which is my defensive wall, to take this Excadrill on. Iron Head's doing pitiful damage. He definitely knew I was switching. I don't know, maybe he thought I was going into Crobat. But yeah, I went into Suicune, and now I'm going to get a Scald off here. I live a Z Earthquake pretty easily. We're doing quite a bit of damage with the Scald, and we actually get the burn, which is really clutch. Now I can go for a rest, because he's going to do about half my health with an Earthquake. Yeah, there it is, 17. And we're sleeping. Now, it really doesn't matter what I roll here because they're all good. He goes into Breloom, and I think I roll Roar with Sleep Talk here. I roll Scald. Yeah, I roll Scald and I get the burn, so that's really clutch because now Breloom is not a check to this either. But I'm expecting him to go for like a Grass Type move, so I'm going to Crobat here. That's my best play, is he actually goes into Cresselia. I still have one more turn to sleep on my Suicune, but he goes to Cress. Excuse me. Now, I need to Toxic this thing, and I know he's going to try and set up on me like he did last time, so I'm going to Toxic, and I'm obviously faster. So we get the Toxic off as he's going to click Sub. He's in a really bad spot after that. So I just click U-turn, I think. Pretty sure I just click U-turn on him as he switches into Excadrill. And that thing is going to take enough damage from rocks at my U-turn that it dies to burn this turn. And I just go into Heliolisk to threaten it out. I didn't really know how the burn mechanic would work there. So Heliolisk wasn't the play, it was probably Infernape. But it doesn't really matter because I'm just going to pivot back into Crobat as Breloom comes out here, expecting the Mach Punch to kill my Heliolisk. Crobat eats that up for days. Now we can just Roost. We can just Roost on this thing. And I don't really care what he wants to do. He's given up at this point, it seems in the chat. Sorry about that. He's given up at this point, it seems in the chat. I don't have Brave Bird to kill him with, so I'm just going to U-turn as he Mach Punches this turn. And we will go into our Mimikyu to finish this thing off. Mimikyu picking up another kill. We don't count the kills and stuff for the playoff matches, but that's Mimikyu's third kill of the game, and it dies to Life Orb Recoil. So now Infernape is the better play because we will outspeed the Swallow, and we can U-turn on the Cresselia, and he goes into Cresselia on that, so we can just U-turn on this thing. And I think I go into, yeah, I go into Suicune here, wanting to roar this thing out if he wants to sit up on me. Moonblast does pitiful damage. I have one more turn to sleep, so I'm just going to go for the Sleep Talk, and we actually roar him into the Swallow, which is taking more Rocks damage and more Toxic damage. Really good for me. Registeel's my defensive pivot for this thing. He's going to take the Toxic damage, and then one more turn of Toxic will take him out. So I actually go for the Rock Slide here, and it misses. So it's not a big deal because it does the Toxic anyways. And then Crest comes in here. I don't care what he goes for because I'm going to boom on him with my normal Gem Explosion. And bam! We win the game 4-0. Could have been a 6-0 if I really wanted it to, but it doesn't matter for playoffs. So we do move on to the second round of playoffs. I'm really hyped because CSA beat us last time, and I was just really hyped to pick up a win. I brought almost the same team as week 2. I didn't bring Suicune in week 2, which let Cresselia sort of set up all over me. I had Crocodile instead, and I brought Mega Absol, and Galvantula kind of just tore my team apart because I had Virizion still back then too. I did bring Kieran Black against him the first time as well, so we brought a wildly different team. The only two returning members to this team that I brought this week is Infernape and Registeel, and they both played different roles than they did last time. So yeah, we take on Bob and the Atlantic City Altarias in the second round of the playoffs. This will be the third time that we play him this season. One game was a meme game, so I don't know how much you can put into that, especially because I actually came out with a win in that one. But in our one real match, it was a very, very close 1-0 victory for Bob. If he had done what I thought he was going to do and not Aura Sphered my Mega Absol, I think I have won that game. He's made some drops, I've made some drops. We have different teams now, and we'll see how this goes. So yeah, we play Bob next week, and I will catch you guys later.